Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and another gas blast before the new year. Gas is genuinely approachable Sudoku, so these puzzles are something to really have a go at even if you're not sure about variant Sudoku. These ones will be manageable. That is the whole point of them. They exist on the daily Sudoku channel of the Discord server. They're created generally by Bill Murphy, Philip Newman and Clover, who are brilliant at doing these puzzles in a way that enables everybody to have a go at them. That is the really good thing about them. Now, you can do them so fast sometimes that there are party hats awarded for fast times. So there are designated times which get you 1 party hat or even 2 party hats, and they'll be written in the description fields under the video, so you can check them out. They're also obviously on the original Discord channel. And anybody who doesn't qualify for a party hat but does finish the puzzle wins a dinosaur for reasons that are shrouded in the history of the Paleolithic era. So what I will do is read out the blurbs from the Discord channel in a moment. That is how we introduce the puzzles and their rules. And before that, I will quickly mention big days on Patreon. Today we have released some of the solution videos, loads of them, to the snake hunt, to the cryptic scriptures of the Secret Snake Society. The constructors have done some excellent videos showing the secrets of their puzzles, and the $3 patrons each month get to see them. So they've gone out today. There'll be more to follow from the later part of the hunt. In 2 days' time, one of those hunt authors, Jay Dyer, does their own full modifier hunt called Numeric Alchemy. It is absolutely brilliant. I have been working through the puzzles, needed to get Simon's help on one of them today. They're fantastic. It's going to be so good. Fully tested by Skunkworks. Coming out to all $2 and above Patreons on New Year's Day at 4 p.m. our time. You'll have 20 days to enter a solution. You'll still have 10 days left to enter the Fistamafel hunt. If you've got all these stored up and you're waiting to do them, get on with it, because they're difficult hunts. But hundreds of people have got the Fistamafel one right. 250, I think Simon said so far. Incredible. Incredible. You guys are brilliant. We are so proud to have anything to do with our Patreon, with the Discord channel, with our Patreons, with these constructors who create these puzzles. And I certainly include the gas constructors. So, not mentioning the merchandise and the apps, which are all available on links under the video, let us have a look at the blurbs for these puzzles. So we start, I believe, with... well, we're up to gas number 541. That's the 541st day of gas puzzles. And it's from Bill Murphy. It's called Dot You Want Me. Haven't we had that title before? Bill had a... he started with Good Day Breakfast Club members. Oh, so it was Dot You Forget About Me, and this is Dot You Want Me. Which explains to me how I do mix up those two songs, because they both begin Don't You. Gosh, that's weird. I didn't even know that until Bill used them in fairly close gas puzzles. Anyway, shut up, Mark. Bill says, "G'day friends, it's a huge couple of days for me. In the next 24 hours, I will likely own a home. Even scarier, I'm going on school camp. I'll be back for the next gas, don't worry." That's a bit like growing up and refusing to grow up at the same time, Bill. Early career teachers, don't let anyone tell you there's a distinct difference between both nights on a school camp. Always shotgun supervision on the second night. That's terrifying. What does that mean? Actual shotguns? No. Anyway, I now understand that Bill's a teacher rather than anything like a parent or a helper going on a school trip. So it's a bit different for him. I'm not going to accuse him of refusing to grow up anymore. Today, it's difference Sudoku. This is like my ratio Sudoku from a few days back, but it's a little trickier. Be careful. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Cells separated by a white dot give the difference between the digits in them. Not all dots are given, because that would be silly. I like that rule. That is a very worth putting in rule. The dinosaur on this one is a differing Demendosaurus. And then we will go on to a Philip Newman puzzle called Overthrowing Bakpao. Yes, here we go. All hail bakpao, lord of the puzzles, keeper of the mines, slowest of his name. When I raised a brief sort of, I don't know why they do that, it was explained to me very carefully that bakpao is responsible for the puzzles, the generally approachable puzzles channel, and he is therefore the lord of the puzzles. Well, all right. I don't know quite why we have to have this incantation about keeper of the mines and slowest of his name. Anyway, that's what Philip would have said, but it's time for another revolution. Conditions in the puzzle's mines are revolting, and I will not set one more single puzzle until either bakpao agrees to all our terms of surrender or Saturday, whichever comes first. Today's guess is an anti-king Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits in diagonally adjacent cells cannot be the same. So you couldn't have an 8 here because of that 8, for instance. In other words, a digit cannot touch itself even diagonally. The dinosaur is a unionized Uintosaurus. And then we go on to consecutive clones by Clover. Just as one month follows another on the calendar, so too do digits follow each other in this consecutive clone Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Also, digits appearing in the same relative positions in the two matching shapes must be consecutive to each other. For instance, the central digits in the two shapes could be 1 and 2 or 5 and 4, etc. Right, so in exactly the same position, the digits will be consecutive. The dinosaur is a queued up Kyupalong. And then we will go down to another Bill Murphy puzzle called Scratchcard Lanyard. G'day camp fans, I'm back from camp, coughing and spluttering with illness. Everybody I know has got ill in this country lately. I mean, we're a long way away from Bill, but wow. You all can get gas early so I can go to bed. Today's title comes from another dry cleaning song with the lyric, "It'll be okay, I just need to be weird and hide for a bit and eat an old sandwich from my bag." Just how I'm feeling today. I'm sorry for you, Bill. I know it was a month ago, but I hope you've recovered. Today's guess is an outside Sudoku named after the place I want to be the least right now. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Numbers outside the grid must appear in the first 3 cells from that direction. Okay, so these numbers outside the grid aren't saying 91, etc. They're saying 9 and 1. There's some relation between these numbers, isn't there? I don't know how they've been selected. They look a bit Fibonaccian or something, or something's going on with them. I was just wondering why 9 was in front of 1. I don't think it's about the order. I think there's something, the numbers have been selected for some reason. You can explain that to me, maths people. Is there a difference of 12? There is, no, 22. Is there always a difference of 22 until you get to 91? I don't know. Anyway, numbers in the outside the grid must appear in the first 3 cells from the direction. They weren't lying. That Australia really can summer. You really do need a hat. Oh gosh, maybe you've got sunstroke, Bill. I mean, that's very hard to imagine in the middle of my winter, but I imagine it's possible. The dinosaur is an exhausted Eoabelisaurus, whatever that is, something from the dawn of time. And then we get rocking around the Symmetree from Philip. It's December, he says. Well, it actually is while I'm still doing this puzzle. That's good. Before we close out the year here at GAS, we need to answer an important question. How many terrible Christmas song pun titles can I come up with? Oh no. Oh no, there's going to be more of these. Today's guess is a thermo Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits along thermometers must strictly increase from bulb to tip, and the dinosaur is a Rockin Rockosaurus. Bonus advanced theory question. This puzzle was inspired by a recent discussion about GSP. See the September 13th, 2022 GAS intro if you don't remember what that is, and the need to be extra careful when trying to apply it in variant Sudoku. The puzzle looks perfectly symmetrical, but can you figure out why GSP does not apply? GSP is Girth's symmetrical placement theorem, and I'm not going to go through it now. You can look at the list, and maybe I will think about it when I get to that puzzle, but I probably won't. Okay, I am going to restart my clock each time. I'm also going to put a timer on the video each time. Let's see how long I take, and if I can get 2 hats each time, which is my aim. Let's get cracking. Okay, we've got an 8 there, so the difference is 1 and 9. 7 here means that's 2 or 8. Big numbers are helpful. 1 and, oh look, it's very symmetric down there. So this, it's not all that helpful. Differences of 3 there. Right. This can't be 1, 4, 7 as a sequence because of that, or 2, 5, 8 because of that. So it must be 3, 6, 9. That's going to work here as well, exactly the same way. 3, 6, 9. This side, actually there's a given digit that side as well. We can actually work out which way round they go. Okay. Now, difference of 5 there. This can't be 3, 8 or 9, 4 or 2, 7. So it's 1, 6. Same is true here. What about that difference of 3? We can't use 2, 6 or 9. 1, 4, 4, 7 or 5, 8. That's too many possibilities. Oh look, I can do this 1 and 9. For some reason I couldn't see those 9s on the edges of the grid. They just didn't appear into my peripheral vision. Ooh, as somebody just has done outside my room. Weird. Right, now there's a 1 by Sudoku in one of these cells, so that's a 1, 5 pair. 4, 7 and 8 remaining in the row. Don't know anything about them except that there's not a 4 there. Now, 1 or 5 going up to 4 or 8, and then that's even, so this is even, but it's not 6. That is very helpful. That's got to be a 2. That's a 4, that's a 1, that's a 5. This isn't 4, we can do the 4 in the row. This, we've got 3, 6, 7 and 8. That must be a 3, 8 pair. I'm terrified I've made a mistake here somewhere for some reason, which could be my subconscious nagging at me. Or just me. 1 and 8. Oh, this is going very well now. 5. I don't know. I had a feeling at the start that I didn't really know how to approach it, but I think everything I've done has turned out to be quite a good move, which is a rare feeling, I can assure you. Now, we've got this 6, so it's not 8, 2, it's 9, 3. Now, I can probably replicate all of that down here, but it might be simpler at this stage to just do Sudoku, actually. That can't have a 1 or a 2 in it. Is it 3, 9? Yes, it is. 3, 9. So the 3 goes with an 8. I bet we get a whole symmetrical thing up here. Not relying on that, though. Don't want to. 1, 2, 7, 9, 3. There is a 6 here by Sudoku. Right, now these two can't be even because they can't use 2 or 8, so they're odd. They're not 3, 7, they're not 9, 5, they must be 1, 5. 5, 1, 4, that's a 2, that's a 7. It is entirely replicating cage 1 in reverse, box 1 in reverse. That's a 6, 2 pair. I think maybe the whole puzzle is actually. This is a 3, 5, 7 set. That has to be odd, so it's a 1. This becomes an 8. That becomes, part of a 4, 5 pair. Okay, that's resolved from above. 3 and 7 there. This is 4 and 8. I haven't done this 1, 6 pair, but I can do 5 and 4 in the final column. 3 and 2, 4 and 8. 7, 1 and 6 in this row. I think I've used all the clues, so the rest is just Sudoku disambiguation actually. 7, 8, 1, 4, 1, 9, 3. That is a naked 6. So we get a 5 in the column. The 6 does all the 1, 6 pairs on the outside. 1, 2 does 6, 2, 7 and 9 here. 1 digit to go is a 3. There we go. Just under 5 minutes. So that's quite, I reckon that's quite a good time for this puzzle. And look, you can see that if you read this top row across, 2, 4, 6, 7, 3, 5, 1, 9, 8, It's very similar to this row on the bottom, 2, 4, 6, 7, 5, 3, 1, 9, 8. But of course, they can't have the same digit in those positions. There has to be a little swap. Then this one would go 3, 6, 2, 9, 4, 8, 5, 1, 7, 3, 6, 2, 9, 8, 4, 5, 1, 7. So clearly boxes 1 and 9 are kind of reversals of each other. I think boxes 3 and 7 are. You can't do that everywhere, but Bill has done plenty of it. Very clever. Anyway, Overthrowing Bakpao by Philip Newman. So this is, anti-king. Okay, we have to keep that in mind. Although I will probably start with as much ordinary classic Sudoku as I can. Let's get cracking. So, 1, 2, 6, 7, 9. Maybe I can't do any. Okay, 8, 4, 3, 5, 9, 7. No, I was going to ask some questions, but they're not very good. Yes, where does 5 go in box 4? It's got to be there because of the king rule. 4, 1, 5, 6, 9. Where does 7 go here? It's got to be there. Right, now we've got a 9, 2, 4 triple in the middle. Looking up and down the central column. No, that's not what to do next. Okay, good. Just going to have to be smarter. Where does 9 go in that row? That's good. Then we get a 9 there and a 9 there. And we chase the 9s around the grid and they're all done. So what can we do that with again? Let's try the same trick again in this row. 5s. Yes, there we go. Can we finish off 5s? We can get them done in the bottom 3 rows. But we cannot finish them at the top. Okay, so not quite as symmetrical as Bill's puzzle. That is a 1 and a 2 still to go in. 1, 4 and 6 in these cells. That's a 1 or a 6. 7 is in one of those two in the center. 3 is in one of those two by the rule because that touches all of those. Then 3 is going to end up being there. This is a naked 8 as a result of that. 8, 7, 2, 9, 4, 5. That is a naked 3 because it sees 1 and 6. So that's not 3. We've got 1 and 6 to place in the column. 8, 7, 2, 1, 9, 6. These even numbered boxes are not being very helpful. 5 in the central box though. That now goes in there. Right. Now the pencil marking finally pays off in box 2. In fact, it pays off in spades. 7 in this column is there. Then we can do 8 and 1. I really am keeping the King's Move rule in mind all the time, contrary to what I was expecting at the start. It's absolutely vital to the whole puzzle. But it really does make it come together fast, actually. Oh, look at that. All of those central cross of boxes are now done. That's become a 1 with a 2 there. I bet we can finish row 3 with a 7 there and a 3 next to it and a 4. Let's keep on trying to do it by row, columns and rows. 8 there, yes, that's the only place 8 could go in column 3. Now column 7, 2, 6 and 3. What's the hard one to place? Oh, I don't know. Okay, that didn't work. So let's just do 8 and 4 and a 2, 6 pair, making that a 7. We've got 6, 8 and 3 to put in the row. 2, 4 and 3 down here. I know 4 goes there. That's a 1 in the corner. This is 5 and 7 up top. 8, 9, 4. We've got a 6 that goes here using the rule. 3 there. Got a 2, 1. No, it's not a deadly pattern at all because it's... now I've got a clash at the bottom. No, I haven't. If I write a 3 there, which is correct, instead of a 2, I have no clash, and I'm finishing off. There we go. And just under 4 minutes. Last time I said just under 5 minutes, and I was a long way shorter. Okay, just under 4 minutes that time, so that was a good time. That's really weird because I really felt I was struggling more at the beginning that time, whereas last puzzle I felt I did quite well at the beginning. Different standards of puzzle, of course. Right, consec clones by Cova. Oh yes, the clone positions are consecutive. But there's a lot of given digits in this puzzle. Good. Okay, let's get cracking. So 9 has to be consecutive to 8. 1s have to be consecutive to 2s. Extreme digits are handy. 5 is consecutive to 4 or 6. Okay, I'm just going to do this. 6 or 8 there. 3 is giving 2 or 4. Has to be 4. 5 is giving 4 or 6. Has to be 6. 7. Oh, we're going round. 7 now must give 8 there. So that's those corner positions done. This must now be 6 instead of 8. This 3 is giving a 2 or a 4. It's got to be a 4. And these 3 are uncompleted entirely. Okay, so 1 in this column is in one of those 2 cells. That's quite interesting. That means 2 must be in one of those 2. But actually not very helpful. Let's do ordinary Sudoku. In row 1 we can place 1. We can place 9 in row 2. 3, 4, 2, 5. Oh look, that's a 6, 8 pair. In fact, better than that. We know which way round they go. Then we can do 7, 9, 1, and box 7 is suddenly complete. 2, 4 pair there. This is 5 and 3. That means 1 is in the centre of the clone with 2 up there. This 7, 8, and 9. That's a 9. That's 8 and 7. 9 is a good number in a clone. It means we can put 8 there. This is next to 5. It must be a 6. That makes that an 8. And this has become a 4. So that's all the clone digits done entirely. 2, 9, 3. The rest, I think we can just do with some speedy classic Sudoku. 5 and a 2 there. Up here we've got a 3 and a 6. 2 and 5 there. That's a 1. 4, 8, 9, 4, 7, 5. We get the 5, and we've got a 4, 7 pair flanking it. 5, 2, 1. Let's fix the 4, 2 down here. That's a 7. 1 and 3 can go in. That 7 we just put in fixes the 7, 4. We've got 1, 4 there. 6, 9 here. Don't know how they go. 7. And a 3, 8 pair. It looks right for the column. That is an I-wing 3. That sorts out the 3, 8 pair. This is a 2, 5 pair. They must be done. This is a 9, 6 pair. Now I'm sure the 4, 8, 9 pattern is done. It is. And 9 and 6. There we go. Ooh, under 3 minutes. So under 5 minutes, under 4 minutes, under 3 minutes. Let's hope that progression continues. And when I get to the 5th puzzle, I do it in under 1 minute. Unlikely. Okay, but that was straightforward, and putting 9s and 1s in these clones was a very neat indication. Actually, following this 1, 3, 5, 7 around was incredibly helpful. Okay, Scratchcard Lanyard. I like that title. Is that really from a song? It's very good. Anyway, this is a sort of frame Sudoku. Okay, let's go. So, 2 is both from the top and the right there. 3 is also a conjunction. Let's see if we've got more of those. We've got 4 and a 5 and a 6 up here. 4, 5, 6. That's all that overlap. Down here are 7 and an 8. These are just the easy pick-offs. We get a 9 there, and that's all in that bottom one. Okay, so those... Now we need a 4 up here. Luckily Sven's peaking Christmas hat isn't disrupting the view. 3 and 4 here now must be a pair there. 1 is in one of those cells. 8 has to be here. 1 now has to be here because of the 1 in one of those cells. That's a 2, 3 pair. We know the order. 2's going to be in one of those. 4 and 5 are down here. So that's 6 or 7. Right, we need a 3 up there. We need a 7 on that side. So the 7 in this 7, 8 is there. The 8 is there. 9, 1, 2 and 3? No, we don't know anything about... Oh, we do. The fact that 2 is there means that's not a 2. So we get a 2 here. 3, 4, 2. Oh, the 3 and 4 are done now. So we need a 4 there by ordinary Sudoku. 5, 6. Ah, there's a 6, 7 pair looking north in column 1. So we get that 5. 6, 3, 4, 2, 1. I want to put 5 here. I'm going to, because I can put in the 6 as well. 7 in one of those, 8 in one of those. That is a naked 9. This is now a 1, 7, 8 triple. And that can't be 7, that can't be 1, that can't be 8. Right, well, we're obviously not on that arithmetic progression of speedy solves anymore, and that's fine. I didn't expect it. 5, 6 pair there. That's 1 or 7. Okay, so 9 and 1 are here. So one of those is a 7. The other is from 3 or 4. Oh, I haven't used these clues. 2 and 3 there, so that can't be a 3. 7 and 8 there, so that's not 7. So this is 7. 7 and 8 in this group of cells. So 7 ends up in one of those two. 8 must be here. I'm scratching around a bit to solve this, I'm afraid. 3 in that column has to be there. So 2 is there. 4, 9, 3, 8, 7. 5's in one of those. 7... 8 and 9. Ah, 8 and 9 are up there, so 9 has to be here. 6 I can place as well. Ah, and a 4, 5 pair. So this is a 1, 2, 3 triple, and that one can't be 1, that one can't be 2. 6, 7, 3, 2, 8. That one also can't be 3. So that's placed. This is now a 4, 5, 9 triple. So the 4 is there, given the clues below, and indeed the 5 we can place. 3 is in one of those, so it's a 3, 7 pair. 3, 4, 7, 8. 2 is going to be in one of those two. Ah, that wasn't as helpful as I thought. That's going to be 1 or 9, which is unsurprising given its clue. 1 and 2 are in those cells. 2, 1, that's a 6. Okay, 6 sorts out 7, 6. That sorts out 7, 3. That puts 2 in the corner. 3 there. 73. That's a naked 1. This is a much harder type of puzzle, and not much harder than the types of these puzzles that appear in championships, if I'm being honest. 1, 9 pair there. 7, 8, 7, 1. Sorry, not that much easier was what I was trying to say. 8, 7, 1, 9, 2, 6. These are from 3, 4, 5. Oh, and 2 has to be in that row. Just need to keep using all the clues. That's a 3, 4, 5 triple. So this is a 2, 7 pair. That places 3. 1, 8, and 9. That can't be 1. Oh, it's an 8, 9 pair on the right. Okay, so that's going to sort out lots of things on the right. That can't be 3. Most things, not all. 2 and 5 are there. That's not a 2 now. 2, 8, 7, 4, 3. I don't know. I don't think that 4, 9 pair's been done. That's become an 8. That might be useful. It does this triple. That does that cell as a 7. This is a 9, 1 pair. That now sorts out 8 and 9. Ooh, that resolves this whole row. I can put 7 in there. Remove pencil marks. That's a 6. 5 and 9. Top 3 rows done. 6, no, where am I going? 3, 4 or 9 here. Can't be a 9. So 9 is there. Now I've got to use the clues. Yes, 3 in on the right hand side. Very helpful. Okay, 5, 4, 5. There we go. Over 6 minutes. And it felt longer still, actually. That's a nice puzzle. I think a frame puzzle in the World Championship would be a little more difficult, but not much more. That really is. It's sometimes, it's called outside Sudoku, that's what Bill called it, but it's sometimes called frame Sudoku as well. Right, and rocking around the Symmetree. Have a Christmas party time. Okay, so let's restart the clock. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But that can't be a 2, so that's 3, and we can fill in the rest of this thermo if we don't jump around manically. And that's a 1 or a 2 to start it. This side, 1 or 2, 2 or 3, that has to be a 2. This is less helpful. 3 or 4 there, 4 or 5, 5 or 6, 6 or 7, 7 or 8, 8 or 9. Okay, so we get a 3 in one of those cells. Now, stop thinking about GSP and think about the puzzle mark. We've got this other thermo, so this can't be 2, 3 or 4. Does it have to be 1? Yes, it does. Because otherwise, since these can't be 5, 6 or 7, they would get too high in a hurry. So this, though, can't be 2, 4, 5, 6 or 7. It must be 3. This can't be 5, 6, 7 or 8. It must be 4. And this can't be 5, 8 or 9. So that's 6 or 7. Now what can we do here? This can't be 1, 2 or 3. So let's start with 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7 there. Well, I can see a 5, 6, 7 triple in the box. This is a very different thermo. I mean, these two worlds of thermos work in totally different ways. Well, they do for me. And that is 4 or 5. And I'm left with one uncertain cell in each. Right, I can place 2, and that's a 1, 9 pair. 2, 9, 8, 3, 7. Let's try and... No, I can't do this group. That's really weird, isn't it? But it is to me. 2, 1, 5, 6. I've got that 3 now. In the corner, losing its religion. 4, don't know. Oh, it's so weird. 9, 8, 3, 2, 7. No, it's in one of those two. 1 is in one of those two. God, it doesn't get easier. 3 in the central box is there. It's almost the last 3 in the grid. That is the last 3 in the grid. 2. We've probably got most of the 2s done. We need a 2 in one of those. And a 2 in one of those. Bother. 9, 2, 3. I don't know what to focus on here. It's different in every... region. Okay, there's a X-wing on 1s there and there, so then there's a 1 down there somewhere. Not very helpful. 8 is in one of those and one of those. 9, 8, 7, 3, 2. Somehow one of my pencil marks is going to suddenly come good here. That's a 1, 6 pair, given the top row. That's a 5, 4 pair. This is an 8, 7 pair, which I can actually fill in. Let's look down here. 5, 6 and 9. No, not helpful. 2, 8, 9, 3. I'm looking at the middle column. No. Wow. I mean, sometimes you don't find the right things to look at, and this is one of those puzzles. 8, 7, 3, 4. So there's a 9 in one of those two, which is... not really doing anything. 3, 1, 4. If that was a 5, that would put a 5 here. 1, 3, 2, 8. 8 in the central box. That's actually very straightforward if I'd been looking for that. I clearly wasn't. 9 now is in one of those two. 7, 9, 1, 8, 3, 2. In this column, 4, 6, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm just pencil marking in a frenzy. 3, 2, 9, 8, 4, 6. 1, 5 or 7 there. 1 and 4 is in one of those two cells. Again, everything I light on is just not useful. Oh, so that's a 1-9 pair in this row. So that can't be a 1. That can't be either. That's 5 or 7. They're not resolved, but they might actually be doing something for me. That's a 4, 5, 6, 7 quad. This is a 1 now, thanks to that 1-9 pair there and there. I mean, who was looking for that? Not me. Right, the 1 does 6 and 1 up here. I feel like this was very helpful. That's now a 7. That's a 4, 6 pair. 5 and 4 are done. This is a 5, 9 pair. This is a 4, 7, 6 triple. That's become a 7. 6, 8, 3, 2, 1, 7. 5 or 9, 4, 5 or 9, bad column to look at. 6 and 9 up here, much better. That's a 5 next to a 1, 2 pair. This is a 9 to complete the column. That sorts out the 5, 9 pair. Now I've got the last thermo cell done, and it only gives me the central digit. 9, 3, 1, 4, 5. There it is in box 6. 1 in column 8. Oh, I mean, just picking off individual bits. Oh no, 8. Column 8 is all done. Right, so this is a 6, 7, 8 triple. I can do 1 and 9 in the corner. That's a 5. This is a 9. That's 6. Right, so 4, 6. I think everything is now disambiguated that I need. That becomes a 9. 3, 4, 9, 2. 8 in this column is here. That's a 5 in the column. I can do the 1, 9 at the top. 6 there. Then we've got 1 and 7. It might have profited me more to actually think about girth symmetrical placement. 6, 7, 8. There we go. Oh, it's still under 7 minutes. I'm hoping I'll get the 2 hats for that. Now, Philip encouraged us to think about why girth symmetrical placement does not exist for this puzzle. The thermos are perfectly symmetrical, and the way girth symmetrical placement works is if you rotate the grid, in a puzzle in which girth symmetrical placement does work as a theorem, the same numbers are always opposite each other. So 3 opposite 2 in symmetrically rotated positions. Well, I mean, I can see that that's broken. 9 opposite 9 is fine because numbers can be opposite themselves, but that 9 is not in the middle. Now, so girth symmetrical placement doesn't work, but is there something about the setup of the given digits? The given digits are all fine for girth. And the fact that the thermos are in the same positions and rotate the same way. If you rotated the grid, they'd look exactly the same. Yeah, I mean, it is just the fact that the thermos change the relation between the digits because you get higher as you go along the bigger thermos. And these two thermos start in effectively the same place and must start with different digits. That is going to break the GSP symmetry because one of them has to get up to a different closing digit to the other. So one of them will be 1 to 8. The other will be 2 to 9. I could have seen that at the beginning. I didn't. Yes, they get decided by this 3 and 2. But basically, I believe the answer to the question is that the thermo relationship between digits on the thermo destroys any possibility of girth symmetrical placement applying. Who cares? They were good puzzles. They were fun to do. They were exactly at the level of difficulty I like, and I had a good time. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you again on the channel soon. Happy New Year to everybody. Bye for now.